It was the last hour of the night. The skies over Ouagadougou were drowned in heavy silence. It felt as if unseen shadows hovered over every corner of the city. The streets were deserted, the birds not yet awake, and in the air floated a chilling sense of dread. But behind that silence, a storm was hiding. A storm not heard by the ears, but one that echoed through the walls of history. From the western gate of the city, four black SUVs slipped in. Their windows were tinted, number plates scrubbed clean. The vehicles moved without sound, as if part of an invisible procession. The men inside were not diplomats, nor guests. They were killers, agents sent to erase an enemy of the system in silence. Inside their steel briefcases were no peace treaties, no files for negotiations. Only one intelligence report and a single order written clearly. Ibrahim Traoré must be taken into custody at all costs, dead or alive. Leave no trace, make no sound. This command did not come from a court, not from Parliament, not from the United Nations. It came from a hidden global council, a cabal that shaped the destinies of nations from the shadows. Powers that could topple governments at will, ignite wars whenever they pleased. And if anyone dared defy their will, their fate was simple elimination. At that hour, President Ibrahim Traoré was inside his private chamber at the palace. A soft light glowed in the room. He sat cross-legged on a carpet, deep in prayer. His face radiated calm, yet his forehead carried the same creases that appear on every leader forced to bear the weight of his nation's destiny. Between his fingers rolled the beads of a rosary, while his lips whispered quiet prayers. His heart carried only one dream: my people must remain free. Africa must rise on its own feet. A faint knock interrupted his solitude. The Minister of Defense entered. His face was stoic, but in his eyes swirled a storm. Leaning close, he whispered, "Sir, they have not come to talk. They've come to take you." One sentence, yet inside it carried the burden of centuries. Traoré stayed silent for a few moments. He gently wrapped the rosary and rose to his feet. The calm in his eyes shifted into resolve. Outside the palace, the black SUVs had halted. Masked operatives slipped out silently, weapons gleaming in their hands. Their steps carried venom. Their eyes were cold. Scaling the palace walls, they infiltrated the compound. The palace guards spotted them, and within seconds, gunfire cracked through the night. But this was no ordinary assault. These attackers were professionals, every move precise, every strike fatal. Bullets shattered the silence of the night. The defense minister's voice trembled with urgency. "Sir, we have little time. They've breached the compound. You must leave immediately." Traoré studied his eyes, as if to read whether it was truth or betrayal. Then, with a slow nod, he spoke. "My life will not be so easily taken, Minister. If they've come, they will leave empty-handed." Within moments, the intruders stormed into the palace corridors. Gunfire echoed through the hallways. Guards fell one after another, but each one fought to his last breath. Loyal commandos rushed to shield the president, leading him toward a hidden escape tunnel. "This tunnel will take you to safety, sir," one commando urged. But Traoré halted. "If I flee, what message will that send? My very presence is my people's courage. No, I will not run. We will defeat them here." The attackers reached the chamber. Their leader spoke into his radio. "Target is close. Do not let him escape." With a blast, the door was blown apart. Masked operatives stormed in, only to find the room empty. A lamp flickered, and on the carpet lay a prayer bead. Suddenly, gunfire erupted from a hidden passage. Traoré himself emerged with his loyal commandos, weapon in hand. But the calm in his eyes was gone. What blazed there was a storm. "You dare step on my soil to chain my people as slaves? This is Africa. Here, your shackles will be shattered." Bullets rained. One by one, the intruders fell. Traoré's men fought like lions, giving their lives without hesitation. The defense minister too joined the fight. For a few fiery moments, the palace itself became a battlefield. When the smoke finally cleared, the palace floors were littered with bodies of the invaders. A handful of wounded survivors remained, their hands bound. Traoré strode toward their leader, yanking away his mask. A foreign agent's face was revealed. "Who sent you?" Traoré demanded. The wounded man let out a bitter laugh. "You think this will stop us? We are the council that writes the fate of nations. You are just a man. We are the system." Traoré's eyes burned into his. He spoke softly, yet with unshakable steel. "Systems are changed by men, and I am the man you cannot buy." The call to prayer echoed across the city. The first rays of the sun kissed the palace walls. The people of Ouagadougou began to wake, unaware that their president had just walked through the valley of death and broken a conspiracy woven in darkness. Traoré stood on the palace balcony. His face bore exhaustion, but in his eyes flickered a new light. His lips whispered only one sentence: "This is only the beginning. The true battle is yet to come." This was not just the tale of one night. It was proof that when a leader stands for his people, even the mightiest conspiracies of the world collapse into dust. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe.